Hermitcraft Infinity. Welcome back to Hermitcraft Infinity. All right. I tell you what, this thing is amazing. It is way over the top. The first thing you might notice is that the stream of blue particles from this one over into it, feeding power into it, is not going because I turned off the tesseract. And I turned it off because it has accumulated 113 billion RF. And that's not even close to its capacity of 2.14 trillion. Yeah, I went and turned it off because of all that power that it's in there. You see, after the last episode, I left things going, and, well, for a little while. And then all of a sudden, I went to click on this thing, and I didn't get nothing. It said out of range. And I figured out what was wrong here. Let's see. Yeah, reactor. With the thing set up the way I had it, this reactor, the energy buffer was completely empty. It was running at 137,000 RF per tick at max capacity, and every bit of power it was producing was getting sucked into that thing up there. Yeah. So I went around and I remembered that I've got 2 tesseracts pulling power out of a total of 7 power taps. So I left this one set for main power. And I went over here to this one, and I set this one to charge power. And the one up top I set to charge power. So these 4 power taps, the power being pulled out of them, is going into, well, when it's running, it's going into the energy sphere up there. And the reason I turned it off this morning is I got in here and I checked, and I was amazed at how much power was in there. But I started looking here, the yellorium ingots. In about a day and a half, this thing went through 10,000 ingots of yellorium. Something over 10,000. And yeah. So I went to the quarry age. I set up another 1,000 by 1,000 quarry. And I'm just now starting to get yellorite ore again. And I'm going to have to check because it doesn't seem to be getting processed right now. But yeah. Once that's back on an even keel and I'm getting yellorium in at least as fast as I'm using it, I'll do something with continuing to run the charge. And actually, what I should do is I need to get another tesseract. Oh, that's just the frame. Well, and I'm going to set this tesseract on the output pylon. And let's see, owner only, energy mode, send, and this will be main power. Now this one, energy mode, receive, and it's going to run from charge power. Alright, so that'll get charged. And this will have power coming out to feed everything so that I won't have any more power failures. Meanwhile, this will be gaining charge like crazy. And this thing is now getting drained out and its power production is ramping up. All right, great. Now, let's see. Alright, where is the... Got all this nether stuff coming in here. Oh, yeah, okay. Right now we've got nether quartz coming in. Well, I could fix that. Of course, yeah. Probably what I really need to do is to set up a dedicated machine for processing the yellowite. And I'm going to look into that real quick. Alright, got everything situated here, I think. Except for one thing I forgot to pick up. This guy. Hello. That speed thing is just a little unnerving sometimes. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's get some conduit. Power conduit. Might as well get the item conduit as well. Alright. Alright, item conduit. Pop the chest down here. Alright. Extract always active on the items. And power is insert. Alright, it's powered. We're good to go there. And now all I need is an export bus. And some yellorium. Yellowite ore, there we go. Let's go ahead and, no, we don't need the gold. Yeah, we'll just get the yellowite. And I'm going to go ahead and tell this thing to not bother messing with yellowite. Then I'm going to handle it over here. We will go ahead and export yellowite. Let's see, have I got any acceleration cards? Probably I do. Alright, that'll take care of that. Just need a bit of glass cable. Bang. That gets imported into here. It should. There it goes. And let's see. Pull all smeltable items. There we go. Okay, we are now processing yellowite. Great. Okay, no more problems there. Get this put away. And then I'm going to go ahead and oh, I don't have to. It's already running. And it's running at a pretty good pace. 84 RF, 84,000 RF per tick going out into the energy ball up there. All right, next up, since I'm right in the neighborhood, in here, I was going to set up some automation in here, and I got her done. Down here, I've got some stuff burst of lag. Okay, I got some stuff done up here with Steve's Factory Manager, and this thing is deceptively simple. I ran I ran a cable down here from the controller, and I actually successfully managed to do a P2P tunnel this time. This little cable coming down here, and I've got a whole 32 channels in this neighborhood available now. Not that I need that much for this, but I've got it available. Okay. Get in here. All right. Okay, so I've got an ME interface, I have a chest, I have a redstone emitter block, and some of the inventory cable. I've got the interface hooked up, and I've got a storage bus on this diamond chest down here. And of course the inventory manager itself. This is what I've got set up here. This is the main heart of it right here. The first thing it's doing here is it's checking the diamond chest to see if these items are in there. And for each of them, it's looking to see if there are 64 of them. One stack of each. Although this one I've got set to 0 at the moment because I want to get all the rest of them filled up before I start working on these, because these suckers take 30,000 LP each. And I'm going to want to have it stack up, keep a full stack of them. But I figure getting my inventory in order is a good idea first. So it checks to see if there's a full stack of each of those. If there is, then down here, it's making sure that the master blood orb is positioned in the blood altar. Okay, great. If there is not a full stack of each item, and if the tank and the blood altar has at least 75 buckets of life essence, then if that's true, if it's not true, again, the blood orb goes into the blood altar and it waits. If it is true, then it's just a matter of pull the orb and throw it in the chest, and then take stone and put it into the blood altar and wait. And of course, the ME interface is configured to keep stone on hand. This right here handles everything. All of these things are automatically handled just by this part of it right here. This here is checking the blood altar, looking for, well, it's pulling anything out. And it's specifically going to look for these items. Again, full stack of each. And here, this trigger is checking condition of the tank, how much is in there, and if it's less than 75,000, let's see. All right, condition, liquid. All right, if there's 75 buckets, if that's true, oh, I think I got that backwards, good grief. If there's not 75 buckets, output should be a redstone signal of 15. If there is 75 buckets, a redstone signal of 0. And this one sends the redstone signal to this wireless redstone transmitter, which the other end of which is up here, and that redstone signal here is used to turn the spawner on and off. And what I'm thinking is I can also use that redstone signal to turn some lights on and off up here. which would be an idea, because I'm considering the idea of just changing out that stone floor for cursed earth. So there you have it. Rather, actually kind of simple setup once it's all said and done and figured out. The hardest part about working with this Steve's Factory Manager is getting past this interface thing. Once you get past that, this is just really a matter of breaking a task down into the smallest steps and handling it one step at a time. And just thinking it through logically. It's actually pretty easy. It's just a matter of getting through this interface. And once you get used to that, it's just a walk in the park, really. And so this thing is now working on creating a full stack of these. Once it's done, I'll set it to working on the ethereal slates, and so on. So that's what's going on there. So everything's going very much according to plan. I've got full stack or a little bit more of all of these slates, and the ethereal slate, I've gone ahead and started those going. And this thing is just plain working. You know, when the supply of lysphescence gets low, it turns on this redstone transmitter, which starts up the spawner, and that gets things going to produce more. And then, oh man, I'm sorry, this jump boost is just too much. It's great, but it's too much. I'm going to have to get into the controls of that and turn that down. It's great and useful, but oh man, it makes it really hard to just jump one block when that's what you want to do. But anyway, this thing just keeps going. And see, right now, the current essence in the thing is less than 75 buckets. And that means when this thing is done, when it's reached the ethereal slate state, it's going to pull that out. It'll put the master blood orb back in there, where it will sit until the blood altar is back up to 75 buckets or more. And that will also have the effect of keeping the essence in my network here up to a reasonably high level. So I won't run out because this thing is running automatically. And I'll end up coming back in tomorrow to find a full stack of these things waiting for me. That is great. Let's see. Yeah. So there's 7 in there. When the 8th one pops in, this thing is going to go back up there, and it will sit there until the thing recharges with enough stuff. So this way it never runs out of juice. And these slates are automatically produced. It'll just, okay, see right there. There's 8 there. The blood orb is gone. So if we go back up here, there it is. It's sitting there. And the first thing it's going to do is recharge the essence up to 1,000,000. It's done that. And now it's going to sit there until the altar's current essence is 75,000 or more. Once it reaches 75,000, that'll be pulled out, and it'll throw another chunk of stone in there and start working on the next slate. So that is great. This thing is completely automated for slate production. Excellent. Now, I was kind of thinking there was another thing I wanted to do, but it's been one of those really long days, and, well, what can I say? Doing any work on the lawn takes so much out of me these days. It's really pathetic. So I'm going to put the rest of that off until next time, which is probably better anyway, because it didn't have anything to do with this. It had to do with the situation with emeralds and my villager-based solution. Anyway, there you have it. Fully automated Slate production. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.